Hey guys, Greg here with another Think About It video, and today I want to talk about maintaining your attitude, or should I say more specifically, maintaining your positive attitude. I had this question posted to me by one of my challengers within the last day or two, so I thought I'd make it into a video and, share it with you guys and give you, a few little bits of information, or at least that I use that can help me maintain my positive motivation. The first thing that I will mention is making sure that you do have a positive support group. I know that I've made a video about this before, and I have mentioned it also in a previous video that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So, and in case of maintaining your positive attitude, you want to make sure that these 5 people are really outstanding people. You need to make sure that these people are, willing to listen to you, willing to help you, are vested in your success, are not people that want to bring you down. They want to help you, get to the next level. Number 2 is making sure that you are talking to yourself in the right way. As far as visualization, self-talk, don't putting yourself down because, if you go out and look in the environment, there are a ton of forces in the world that are trying to bring you down, so they don't need your help. So you need to, as much as you can, try to, if you notice, I guess is what I'm saying is you need to be more consciously aware of how you talk to yourself and what you say to yourself. Because if you notice that you're saying negative things, you need to stop it immediately and reframe it into something more positive. So the next thing is making sure to work on your physical fitness, because a physical fitness can, and it is scientifically proven to help boost your mood because it, releases endorphins, and endorphins are pleasure hormones. They make you feel better. They can energize you. So there's that aspect to it. But I think the most important thing, and the last thing that I'm going to talk about, is making sure that you realize that this, much like a physical, journey, is lifelong. This is something that you're going to have to work on, every day, probably for the rest of your life. I know that, in my past, I came from a history of, my family having a lot of, well, not a lot, but there were some, mental issues, and I fought depression big time when I was, a teenager. So, this is something as far as, working on your beliefs, your attitudes, your paradigms, this is something that you're going to have to work on all the time. And if you can work on those other things, like the positive support group, the talking to yourself, being conscious of your choices, this will get you to the place where, you will hit sort of, much like there is an 80-20 rule with how clean eating should be. You can kind of take that 80-20 rule and make it into, your mental, routine. So, if you can make sure that you're positive 80% of the time, then in my, in my opinion, then I think you're good to go, because you're going to have to remember that there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. You're just going to have to roll with the punches. But as long as you can focus on, and I'll say these again, as long as you can focus on having a good support group, making sure that you are talking to yourself in a positive way, reframing if you notice, and making positive choices in your life, no matter how big or how small they are. If you can cover those 3 things and remember that, this is a lifelong journey, then I think you're good to go. So with that, guys, that's today's video. Like I always say, where there's a will, there's a way, and I'll see you guys soon.